Hey guys, it's PS4 Trophies showing you all of the collectibles in the order 1886. If you want to see a video for just one of the 4 collectible types, I do have those on my channel, so feel free to go check them out. Now the game does not feature any tracking, so you're going to have to keep track of which collectibles you got, or you can follow this guide. You can also do chapter select once you've completed the game, and you can select actually each individual scene within each chapter. Now how this is going to work, top left corner I have the chapter number with the current directive. Underneath that the collectible type, and in the top right corner I have the scene within each of the chapters in case you're going to do it through chapter select if you miss anything. Now in chapter 1, after the prologue, you're going to come into this room, you got that guy polishing the railing, and you have a newspaper, which is one of the 4 collectible types. So you can go ahead and pick that up. From about 20 feet away, you'll see a little thumbprint indicating you can interact with the object. The only one that's not going to have that thumbprint are the phonograph cylinders. So go down the stairs from that room, and we're going to get our second collectible here, and it's going to be a photo. All the photo and documents are grouped into one collectible type. Now you can use your left stick to look at it, and then you can hit the triangle button to flip it around. But from there, we're going to leave this room, and we're going to be introduced to our first phonograph cylinder. You can kind of see it sparkling. It doesn't have the little thumbprint, so you're not going to see it from a distance, but you can see the glow. And then this, you can actually go into the archive from your menu and see them. None of the other ones you're going to be able to keep track of. Now once you leave that building, you're going to go down a ladder on the side of the building. Come around the corner down this alleyway, and you're going to see some garbage cans here, and right on top of it is the document that you can interact with. And the final one here in chapter 1 is going to be our first object. And just continue onwards, you're going to come down here and you see this fruit stand on the top of this barrel is our first object that you can pick up. That's all 4 collectible types. Again, you'll get a trophy for finding all of them for each type. Now in chapter 2, you're going to go and explore Tesla's lab, and there's 3 collectibles in here. So before you do anything else, make sure you pick up all of the collectibles. There's one here on the right on the table up front, and then there's going to be one in the center of the room. And you can see the thumbprint there. So go walk up to this table and interact with this object. And then there's going to be one on the left side of the room. Make sure you get all 3 of these before you proceed further into the game. So when you enter this room, this should be the first thing you do. And there's the third one, it's a document. Alright, now we're on chapter 3, and we're going get into the hospital. And as soon as you get off the carriage, right at the beginning of the chapter, turn around and go down this side street here, and you'll find a newspaper. So from the beginning, you're going to have to turn around to get to this. Then you're going to do some backtracking there. And then a little bit later, you're going to have to go up these stairs, and then your buddy here is going to break open the planks on this doorway. And this is really easy to find this object. It's on the table right in front of you.
The ashes are still warm.
And then the next one here, we got another photo or document. And you're going to come down here, and you can go up the stairs to the right, or you can come down here. Make sure you come down here into the shelter, and then just head straight back. And this is in the final one into Whitechapel scene in chapter 3, which is the first scene. Alright, so now we're moving on here. You're going to have to go through this alleyway. You're supposed to go in through that door. That is the door to the brothel. Go past that door, and you're going to find this one along the back wall. So again, make sure you do come back here before you go through that door. If you do go through that door, you can of course always come back through chapter select. Now you want to go through that door, and that takes you into the brothel. You don't have a current objective at this point, but right on the table, right near the entranceway, is going to be this photograph. And there's going to be 2 more in here. Again, you're going to have to grab all 3 of these before you talk to the guy at the other end of the room. But the second object here is going to be on the roulette table.
The Ravens of London. They're getting organized.
And then there's going to be a another photo document up the stairs near where the guy you need to talk to is. So you're going to come up here. You're going to get stopped here and propositioned. Before you talk to the guy at the bottom of the stairs, on the table here to the left, make sure you pick this up. Alright, you're going to now, at this point, the game's going to take you upstairs. Once you leave the building, you're going to be on some rooftops, and you're going to come here, and you got to jump across here. You're going to interact with a wheel in that room. There's a collectible in that room, but before you go in there, shimmy off to the left, and then up here on top of the roof is going to be a chest. Some of the cylinders are going to be in chests, as well as a few of them are going to be inside cabinets. So we're going to have to do some quick time events here. Hammer that X button, open that up, and you'll get the Phonograph Cylinder. And this is during the good time scene in chapter 3. Alright, so now we're going to go jump back over here. This is where we shimmied off to the left. At this point, we're going to go into the room, and there's a wheel you need to interact with right around the corner to the right, but we're going to skip that for the moment, and we're going to find yet another cylinder back here. Alright, so a little bit later on, after a big massive fight, you're going to have to move that cart to climb up here, and you're supposed to go up these stairs and then off to the right. Before you do that, go to the left inside of this room and then into the next room. And you can see the thumbprint there, indicating you can interact with another document. Alright, so now this is a fun one. After you did the thing with the sentinel with the binoculars, you're going to jump down here, and your buddy is going to jump down here, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special Easter egg that also happens to be a collectible. And once you've jumped over here, you're going to have to go through this window. You will see the object, and you guys will definitely recognize it. Alright, so a little bit later, after you get the constable inside, he's going to drink his little health potion thing. And the next thing you need to do before you do anything else is, before you interact with the thing blocking your path, is turn around, and on the counter over here is going to be another document. After that, we have a newspaper we're going to go after, and this is where you're planting the thermite on the bridge. You're going to have to jump across that lamp pole there, and you're going to go inside of this building, and in this room off to the left is going to be a newspaper. So make sure you pick that up. Again, I want to remind you there is no tracking within the for any of the collectibles in the game. Alright, Chapter 4, Whitechapel Underground. As soon as you reach the hospital here, you're going to want to come up to the up these stairs, and on the table is going to be the I believe it's a document, and it is. So go ahead and inspect that, and then we're going to a little later in the chapter here, your friend, you're going to lay in the bed there, and in this room there's several collectibles. So make sure you do all these collectibles before you do anything else. That's not a collectible. That is one of the locations you need to search, as far as part of the actual story. But right here on the corner of the desk is a photo. So you want to pick up that photo. There's going to be 3 more collectibles in this area. The next one is going to be in the same area. It's going to be near the center of the room. There you go. You got another document here, so go ahead and inspect that. Alright, and then in the back of the area here, you're going to have to use lock-picking skills here to open this door. And once you've opened the door, there's actually going to be 2 cylinders in this room. One is right on the table. You'll see it right there. Very hard to miss that one. But the next one is going to be in the chest just to our right. So you're going to have to open up that chest. Now make sure you get all the collectibles in this area before you really do anything else. Because once you've found what you were looking for in the rebel hideout, the game will move you along. All right, chapter 5, you got to disrupt the power to the magnetic lock. Now the magnetic lock is off to the left here. So what you need to do is avoid going to that and go to the right. And at the end of this little walkway is going to be an object that you can interact with. All right, we're going to find another phonograph cylinder. You're going to do another lock picking here. You're heading to the ballroom undetected, so you're going to do a lot of stealth attacks here. So once you've gone through that door, you got those guys there. You need to kind of sneak around and do a stealth kill on them. But go off to the left. You're supposed to go to the right to get around, but go to the left first and you can get the cylinder. And a little later on, after you've gone past that section there previously, you're going to see that yellow thing in front of you. There's a room to the left, and inside of here is going to be a newspaper. All right, we got another cylinder here, and I know the scene on the top right corner there looks like a typo. It is not. But once you enter this room, you're going to see the cylinder on this table right in front of you, a desk right in front of you.
See if you can get
right next to the typewriter. So pick that up, and then there's a door you can go into. If I turn around, go to the back corner, I've already opened it. So go in here, and in the back corner of this room is going to be a document. And then we're going to have our last collectible here in chapter 5. And this is going to be after you get separated, after the kitchen fight. You're supposed to go left, and instead go right. So that is right after the big, massive fight you had in the kitchen. And then the pathway gets blocked and you get separated from your partner. Go down the hall and turn right. All right, chapter 9. We've skipped a few chapters, a lot of cutscenes there. And at the very beginning of chapter 9, as you can see it pop up on the screen there, go right to this table. And you're supposed to push a mine cart. Before you do, make sure you grab this document. And then the next one is right after you push that cart. And then what you need to do is kind of go off over here, and there's going to be a new tunnel. So you're going to kind of backtrack a little bit. So make sure you don't proceed forward. Go to the end of this passageway here, and there's another chest here that you need to open. And inside of that, you're going to find the cylinder. Now you're going to see me pop a trophy here because I actually missed this on my first playthrough. So I had to use chapter select. And I selected this scene in the chapter select screen to get that collectible, and it got me the Archivist trophy. All right, a little later on in this chapter, you're going to push a second cart here along the rails. And the next object is going to be right to our left. So before you climb up, make sure you go and get this object and inspect it.
This belongs to one S. Lawton.
All right, a little further in chapter 9, you're going to have to get out of the foundry here. You're going to enter this room, and you need to interact with the chain to the right. You're going to pull it, and there's a door there. And to the right of this door is going to be a photograph. And on the other side of that door is also going to be a cylinder. Now, I'm not going to tell you how, but you need to get to the other side of the door. And then once you've done that, you're going to find it right in front of you as you come down these stairs. So that was the door that's separating the two collectibles. All right, now we're going to go find a newspaper. And this is right after you've exited the foundry here. Before you go talk to her, loop around here to the left and you'll find the newspaper.
They'll never understand.
All right, so a little bit later on, there's actually no objective, but you're going to go through a couple houses. And in this first house that you enter on the second floor upstairs, loop around to this room. It's a nice office building looking thing. You'll recognize this building when you enter it. There's a photo right here on the desk. And then also no objective here in the very next building up here on the second floor. Once again, if you go inside of this office, we're going to find an object that you can interact with.
latest ship in the company's fleet.
Then we're going to find a cylinder. This is going to be downstairs. You're supposed to leave this building through that door to the left there. The two women are waiting for you. Before you go over there, do a system software update, apparently. And then you're going to do a lock pick here. And then inside of this room, and this is actually after you've looked at the dry dock, there's like a little small cutscene. And before you exit the building, on the first floor here, do a system update and then lock pick your way through here, and you'll find it in the back of this room. Alright, during the take out the guards section, you're going to enter this room here, right after you've taken out all the guards. You're going to enter this munition room. There's going to be a lot of weapons and things in here. There's also going to be 2 collectibles, so go ahead and load up on whatever weapons that you like. And in the corner of this room, underneath the stairs, is where the document's going to be. And then there's going to be a second one up on the second floor. So make sure you pick up this document here on the first floor once you enter the munition room. And then we're going to go up the stairs and we will find a second one. And this is a photo. Again, all the photos and documents you can turn around and look at them. Alright, so now we're going to look for the company's insignia on the crates. This is the room with all the crates. You got to look for the red writing on the crate. As soon as you enter this warehouse, go off to the right, and next to this large red tank is going to be a document. And because I had to do this in chapter select, I got my trophy, a few trophies here, as you'll see momentarily. There we go. That was for finding all the photos and documents. That is for inspecting all items. And that is the Platinum Trophy. So that was my final collectible I had to pick up. Now in that very same room, right in the back on the opposite side of the same room is this microphone. You want to pick this up. You want to inspect this. I don't know, a microphone, light bulb, I don't know what it is. But that was in the same room. Alright, now we've skipped a couple chapters. We're in chapter 11. Right at the very beginning, this gentleman's going to let us into his house. There's 2 collectibles in this house. The first one is going to be on this desk right in front of us, and the next one is going to be in the room just adjacent to this. Now, very important, make sure you pick up both of these collectibles before you interact with the crossbow that's on the table in this second room. In this room is another photo document. The photo right here. Make sure you interact with both of those before you interact with the crossbow on the table. Alright, now we're following Lucan here, and he's going to make us jump across here. There's actually a couple ways to get here, but if you just follow him and swing across here, he's going off to the right, but we're going to follow this path to the left, and there's stairs. And right underneath where I'm just at now is going to be a chest that we need to open. So drop down here, and then we need to loop around down to the end of this. Open up another one of these using the quick time of event here, smashing the X button. A little annoying, I know. But inside of there is going to be the cylinder. Then we're going to go in chapter 11. There's no objective here, but this is where you're finding the garden key. You need to kill a bunch of guards until you find the key. And once you've done, you're going to go to the second lower level of the garden through a gate that's going to be to the left as I come down here, or it could be to the right if you're coming down the other side of the stairs. But the gate is over there. That's what you need to use the key on. Across from that is a room, and inside of this room is where you can find the newspaper. And that crossbow, by the way, was the last weapon kill I need. There's a trophy for using every weapon in the game. So you should have that trophy as well at that point. Just after that, you're tasked with clearing the west wing. And you're going to have to lockpick your way into this door here. And as soon as you've done this, as soon as you enter the room, you're going to find this right on the right. Now, if you're using chapter select, this is the covert mission. So there you go, your directive just changed to clear the west wing, and there's a photo right on the table as soon as you get that directive. A little later on, you're infiltrating the United India house, and you've saved that girl, and you're going to be outside here, and then there's actually a door here you can go into. This is not part of the story path, so make sure you come down in this door, and you'll find the final object in the game right here. And that will get me the All Objects trophy. Power of Observation. There you go. All right, moving on. We're going to look for a cylinder here, and we're inside the house. We just cleared the main room, and we're going through this door, and you'll find this cylinder right in front of you as you enter this room. And then right in front of me now is another door that we can kind of break into. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then that'll get us another photo or document. So once you've opened this, you'll see it.
What are you waiting for?
Also some weapons here for you if you need them. Go ahead and pick up that document and inspect that. And then we're going to get another cylinder, so you're going to come up these winding stairs, and this is right at the beginning of the Peacekeeper scene. And in this table, make sure you don't go outside. On this table on the other end is going to be the cylinder. Real easy to miss this one. All right, we're going to go look for a newspaper here. We're still inside the house now. We're back inside the house, rather. And once you've gone back inside, this is after you've cleared the whole courtyard of enemies using that grenade launcher weapon. There's the piano. In here on the right side is going to be the newspaper. All right, now we're going to go into the archive room. Now, I must warn you, when you go into the archive room, get all of these collectibles first. If you've search the archives and complete the objective, you're going to be carried away to the next scene, and you'll have to come back and chapter select. So when you come in this room, there's going to be 4 collectibles. There's going to be a document here on the first table on the left, and then continuing down the left side here, there's going to be a cylinder inside a cabinet. If you look inside of here, in this drawer actually, and then if we continue straight back on the opposite side of the room, there's going to be a table, and on that table is going to be the next collectible. There's also going to be this table here, right, I'm about to pass. This is actually, as far as part of the story, that's not where the photo or document is located. But continue back here, and you will find it right on top of this thing. And then there's going to be one more cylinder in this room, so I'm going to kind of teleport myself back to the beginning of this area, and we're going to go to the right now. And then when you come around to the right side, you want to open up this cabinet here, and you'll find a cylinder hidden between the books. Now we're going to chapter 15. Chapter 15 is the last chapter. We're going to find collectibles going to Tesla's lab. And when you come down here, you'll see this actually right in front of you. This is near the beginning of the chapter. You're going to find the final newspaper right here, and you will then get the well-read trophy. Still in this chapter, we're going to continue a little on. You have this door here you're going to enter. Once you enter this door, the path takes you to the right, but there's going to be a little side room off to the left. So make sure you turn left as soon as you go through this door.
I'm in the catacombs on my
And
way.
you can see it sitting right there on this crate.
Are you mad? You must not come this way.
Stay put. I'll be there.
And then the final cylinder of the game, which will get you the Archivist trophy, which you saw me get earlier because I had to go in chapter select. You're going to enter this room. You're going to have a fight with a whole bunch of enemies here, about 6 or 7 of them in this room. And when you leave the room, take the left path, and you'll find the chest right here. So you're going to enter a room. There's going to be 2 guys, and then the next room is going to be about 6 to 8 of them. And when you exit that area, make sure you take the left passageway.
Don't be a fool. Nicola!
Now the final photo or document is which is going to get you the detail-oriented trophy, is going to be when you're kind of going through this maze-like area. It's kind of linear, but it kind of feels like a maze. And you're supposed to break through those planks there to go through go that way. Instead, take this right path and you'll find a photo right there, and you will get the trophy there for collecting all of them, the detailed oriented. And all you should do now is probably finish the game. You'll probably get the platinum trophy, assuming you got all the other trophies. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. If you can leave a like, I'd like that, comment, and subscribe.